don't want to. I don't want to come out of my box.
God.
Well,
Dang
we
it,
are
Estacado,
technically
you
starting
were
the
gonna come out
stream,
of the
so...
box. Oh, hold on. Let me change my icon really quick.
Okay.
Glad I thought. I am so glad because I was like, oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to change it again. Okay, so change avatar.
You know what? By the way, for next week's stream, I've just decided just get a picture of a postal dude's head and use it as my little avatar thing. I'll change it next week.
Well, why not? Anyway, we are actually live right now. Because it was already going live, and I'm not stopping the stream. You can't stop it.
Save.
All right, well, welcome to another rendition of World War Weeb, where we ask you one simple question. Who the hell is following me?
Josh Senpai noticed me.
She's just standing there menacingly.
Well, with that cringe out of the way. that was a terrible joke, and I stand by it. I hope you know what you're in for. Oh, and that actually reminds me. I was supposed to give a link to another Discord. So let me link them real quick while I pull up this fanfic that we have. Oh boy! A fanfic! Let's see. So we have Half-Life Full of Consequences? Is that what it's called? Something like that. I don't know.
Full of life consequences.
Alright, well, let's make sure that our home audience can read this masterpiece on the stream. Alright, and display capture. Oh, I could have just double-clicked it. I am having a full-on boomer moment. There we go. That's lovely.
Boomer.
Don't you judge me.
I do what I want.
Alright, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
I shall. But first, we have to have some music, I think.
Well, go ahead and play us a masterpiece.
That I shall. Half-Life. Full life consequences. John Freeman, who is Gordon Freeman's brother, has to do what has to be done and help Gordon Freeman defeat the enemies. Rated Fiction T, English, blah 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 blah. Let's get down to this shit. Half-Life. Full life consequences. John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in an office typing on a computer. He got an email from his brother that said that aliens and monsters were attacking his place and asked him for help, so he went. John Freeman got his computer shut down and went on the platform to go up to the roof of a building where he left his motorcycle and normal people close because he was in his office lab coat. John Freeman got on his motorcycle and said, "It's time for me to live up to my family name and face full life consequences." So he had to go. John Freeman ramped off the building and did a backflip and landed. He kept driving down the road and made sure there was no zombies around because he didn't have weapon.
Excuse me, didn't?
Didn't. Oh my. Oh my.
Keep going, I'm loving it.
The countrysides were nice, and the plants were singing, and the birds and the sun was almost down from the top of the sky. The
So
mood was
let me
set
get
for.
this straight. The plants were singing?
I think they were.
I want their autograph. I want their autograph now.
I have no mouth, but I must scream.
God damn it. Why do people watch our shit?
A bird was almost down from the top of the sky. The mood was set for John Freeman's quest to help his brother, where he was. John Freeman looked around the countrysides and said, "It's a good day to do what has to be done by me and help my brother to defeat the enemies." John Freeman John Freeman was late, so we had to drive really fast. A cop car was hidden nearby, so when John Freeman went by, the cops came and wanted to give him a ticket. Here, John Freeman saw the first monster because the cop was possessed and had head crabs. I
That-
can't give you.
Sounds disgusting.
No, it sounds great. What are you
It
talking
does.
And
about?
you better not catch it, dude. You better not catch it. It's hard to get rid of.
Anyway, fucking Half-Life 2.
Okay.
I can't give you my license, officer, John Freeman said. Why not? Said the head crab officer back to John Freeman. Because you are a head crab zombie! So John Freeman shot the officer in the head and drove off thinking, my brother is in trouble there, and went faster. John Freeman had to go faster like the speed of sound and got there fast because Gordon needed him where he was. John Freeman looked at road signs and saw Ravenholm with someone's writing under it saying
Summons.
Summons.
Somions.
Somians. It's saying, ooh, shouldn't come here. So John Freeman almost turned around, but heard screaming like Gordon, so he went faster again. John Freeman drove in and did another flip and jumped off his motorbike, and the motorbike took out some head crab zombies in front of John Freeman. John Freeman smiled and walked fast. John Freeman then looked on the ground and found weapon. So he picked it up and fired fast at zombie ghosts in front of a house.
Before we carry on, did he just say that John Freeman was driving a motorcycle and that John Freeman walked fast?
Eventually, like, if you say
Is
John
there, like,
Freeman
two
enough,
John Freemans?
just repeat. No. If you just keep saying the name John Freeman over and over again, eventually it just sounds like nonsense.
Are we going to be summoning him? Is that what this is?
Just
Some sort of
John
joke?
Freeman, John
Gonna
Freeman, John. Oh dear
Just summon
God!
a demon called John Freeman?
God
He-
damn it.
He likes to eat bagels.
Bagels,
And
not
babies.
Oh, we're all going to hell, and I love it.
He likes to stew them, but most often he roasts them. I think he finds that a roast baby would be the ultimate delicacy.
He really is a fat bastard.
Oh, I want my baby back ribs.
Okay.
Just keep
do
going.
continue.
Let's
The story's
finish this
great.
chapter.
John Freeman said, "Zombie ghosts leave this place," and the zombie ghosts said, "But this is our house." And John Freeman felt sorry for them because they couldn't live there anymore because they were zombie ghosts. So he blew up the house and killed the zombie ghosts, so they were at peace. Then
Piece of stuff. Because peace. That's like
Don't worry about it.
right?
You're worrying about
Okay.
it, and I need you to not.
Okay. but zombie ghosts.
No.
How is that?
Shh. Just let it happen.
Then John Freeman heard another scream from his brother, so he kept walking really faster to get where he was. Ravenholm was nothing like the countryside. There was no birds singing, and the plants were dead, and the dirt was messy and bloody from head crabs. When John Freeman got to where the screaming was started from, he found his brother Gordon Freeman fighting the final boss. And Gordon said, "John Freeman, over here!" So John Freeman went there to where Gordon Freeman was fighting. John Freeman fired his bullet from the gun really fast, and the bullets went and shot the final boss in the eyes, and the final boss couldn't see. Gordon Freeman said, "It's time to end this once and for all," and punched the final boss in the face, and the final boss fell. John Freeman said, "Thanks. I could help, bro." And Gordon Freeman said, "You should come here earlier next time." And they laughed. They laughed over quickly, though, because John Freeman yelled, "Look out, bro!" and pointed up from the top up to the top of the sky. Gordon Freeman looked up and said, "No! No!" John Freeman, "Run out of here fast as you can!" And John Freeman walked real fast out. John Freeman looked back and saw Gordon get stepped on by the next boss, and he was mad and angry. "I'll get you back, evil boss," John Freeman yelled at the top of lungs. To be continued.
Well, that was an atrocity.
I sure hope it's not going to be continued.
Oh, it is. It is. There's more.
Oh, no. No, no,
Which
no.
still sounds very painful. And how the hell? I mean, how the holy hell are ghosts going to become zombies, or vice versa?
Don't worry about it.
But...
Yeah, hey, Boba Bun, you're worrying about it, and I need you to, and follow me on this. You ready? Are you ready? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Are you listening?
Yes.
You're listening, okay?
Yes,
Right?
I'm listening.
Yep. I need you to not.
But...
So I'm gonna get this nonsense out of my face.
Fried. My brain is fried. I don't understand.
Oh, that's okay. We're gonna talk about yanderes instead.
Oh, goody! It's the Yandere Parade! Name drop.
Hooray! Alright, roll credits. That's all, folks. We mentioned the name. We can't do anything else. Alright, you degenerates.
Also, I think I kind of slipped into a Markiplier accent there for, like, the latter half of that.
You know what? That shit happens.
Let's get it, best stream. Oh my god, oh my Dooku. Jesus.
So, where to begin?
Well, I mean, we could always start with the pinnacle, the peak of all yanderes, or at least the one that everyone thinks of, which is obviously Yuno-Gasai, which I have a transparent picture from fandom.wikia or whatever the website is. I just pulled this from there. So that's going to be on the stream for the whole time because I enjoy it.
Watch out, she's got scissors!
I know!
Those are some fancy scissors she got there.
Those are, like, some high-quality scissors. I'm really impressed, honestly.
I mean, look at how the light glares off of them. They're just so perfect.
So, obviously, so Boba was telling me earlier she doesn't really know a lot about Yuno. And, yeah, so I guess before... No, fuck. I'm getting ahead of myself. I blew my load a bit early. It happens to all guys, I swear. We should probably describe what a yandere is, because apparently some people don't know. Because that's a thing.
Oh boy.
Oh, hot diggity.
Here we go.
I don't know what that was, but you know what?
Also,
I dig it.
welcome Amai Doku.
I'm pretty sure that's my friend Kitty. I'm like 90% sure that's Kitty. But anyway. It just means we have more viewers. But yeah, so a yandere is essentially a girl, or sometimes a boy, but it usually means girl because, you know, dere.
Dere.
Dere. But a yandere is a girl who is kind of defined by the fact that not only is she in love with another character, but obsessively so, to the point where she will hurt others, and possibly the one that she loves, because he looked at them for more than 2 seconds. Or they... Yeah. They're frightening, is what they are. There's that real life yandere, like, God, how long ago was that? That was only like a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Like, this chick, like, legitimately stabbed a guy, and then, like, took a picture of herself, and the internet was like, oh my god, I love her! And it was freaky.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, so, real life yanderes, not cool. Anime yanderes, apparently, considered hot. But anyway, Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. You know, kind of the archetypical yandere, and pink hair, crazy face. She starts off kind of lovey-dovey, but like literally within the first episode, she's just like pressing herself against the protagonist, and just like straight up ready to murder him, and then suddenly not ready to murder him, and then murders other people for him, and then sees him become vaguely friendly with someone, and then murders them. It's like, oh no. Oh dear. If you haven't seen Future Diary, I'm not going to like actually go over the plot of Future Diary, but she's basically like super obsessed with him to the point where there's a point where she goes completely insane and just goes on a fucking killing spree, attempting to kill the main character. I'm not going to say when or why, but that happens at some point. Yeah, it's great. It's fun. It's good times. But to be fair, Future Diary does have some good plot, and I don't just mean the boobs.
It actually does. It's a
Yeah.
fucking it's an interesting series.
Okay, you two, don't lie. You did mean her boob. And you know what?
I mean, I didn't not mean her boobs. I mean, I've definitely seen better boobs in anime, but you know.
You both better sleep with one eye open.
I'm like a dolphin. I always sleep with one eye open. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, as a defense mechanism, dolphins, as a defense mechanism, 100% sleep with one eye open. It's great.
They do.
They do. It's great. I love it. Fucking dolphin facts in your Weeaboo stream. Don't at me, bro. I don't... What the fuck was that?
I can't even do it.
So anyway, this is supposed to be a parade. That was just the first float. What's our next yandere?
Our next yandere is that wonderful, wonderful, crazy-ass man from Tokyo Ghoul who likes to savor his meat, if you know what I mean. I also know him as a weeaboo. O-U-I. It's Shu Tsukiyama. I can't even read my own damn handwriting.
I'm trying to look for a picture of him to see if we can throw him up on the stream.
You can't miss him.
Oh, yeah, no, like that's That's concerning. That's a concerning level of face happening right there. That's very much face.
Oh
So,
my god.
this dude,
That is face.
not only wants to love the dude, not a dude, the dude, the main protagonist. He wants
No,
to devour him.
Mr.
Like,
Tsukiyama was my
yeah.
father. You can call me his dudeness, the dude.
The dude, or you can call him an old shoe.
Just for those of
But
you
I
who
just
don't know
call
who we're
him
talking about, you're
the
welcome,
wee
stream.
Abu.
God damn it.
Because,
Oui,
wee.
oh. Titty
Because this
baguettes.
guy, this guy constantly tries to imitate a French accent.
I'm French. Why else do you think I have this outrageous accent? You silly king. Now go away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
Because he's just supposedly a very picky ghoul who's picky about the people he is cannibalizing.
Wouldn't be.
But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Wait, wouldn't the person that actually helped turn the main protagonist into a ghoul be classified as yandere?
I think she would be, but she dead. She dead within a door now.
she did, so
Yeah, but-
she gone.
I mean, it comes back into plot points several times.
She does, but then that could be contributed to just him having multiple personalities, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
If you know what I
If he does have
mean.
multiple personalities and those personalities are separate, then
I don't know. I got creeped out after the guy got a weapon stuck in his head and was screaming at the top of his lungs. I have been mentally scarred from that.
well, there was always the episode where he got a cricket shoved down his ear.
Oh, by the way, guys, if we haven't made it clear through this character and the last character, spoilers.
Everyone's fucking seen Tokyo Ghoul by now. It's
I haven't.
Yeah, I didn't really give too many spoilers though. Just.
I mean, fair enough. I don't know what a spoiler is.
I didn't spoil it either. I didn't say who it was done by or why.
Yeah, exactly. I just said that some guy got a weapon in his head when he was screaming on the top of his lungs. I didn't say which guy, what weapon. Just that this dude is creepy for also wanting to whack his favorite meat.
Oh my. Well, Orphan can whack my meat anytime.
Wow.
Senpai, how could you?
I mean, please don't hurt me. Segway.
Got that look in her eye again.
So that was my inconspicuous segue into the next one, which I think, Orphan, you had one, right?
I don't know if they can be considered maybe, but there was a person over here in Australia called Catherine Knight. This is another real life sort of yandere deal.
Oh god. Oh, that face. No, thank you. Every picture she's in concerns me.
Wait, who's
Every
this?
single one. I'm gonna put this up on the stream, and Orphan, you tell me.
I have to look this up now.
You tell me if this is the person you're talking about. Because, concern. She has the crazy eyes. What the fuck is
Put it up on
this?
stream. Yeah, that's.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. She has the crazy eyes, no.
She looks like something directly out of a nightmare. Holy cheese puffs, Batman.
This is concerning.
I'm just gonna nope that shit out the door.
This is
Just
what drives me to
nope,
drink.
I'm out.
Okay, so
Describe,
let me read
please.
We can't have nice things.
let me read an excerpt from Wikipedia here. This is just one of her many murders. On February 2000, a series of assaults on Price culminated with Knight stabbing him in the chest. Finally fed up, he kicked her out of his house. On the 29th of February, he stopped at the Scone Magistrates Court on his way to work and took out a restraining order in an attempt to keep her away from both himself and his children. That afternoon, Price told his co-workers that if he didn't come to work the next day, it would be because Knight had murdered him. Despite their pleas that he don't return home, he stated that he was afraid Knight would kill his kids if he didn't. Price arrives home to find that Knight, although not there herself, had sent the children away for a sleepover at a friend's house. He then spent the evening with his neighbors before returning home and going to bed at 11 p.m. Early that day, Knight had bought new black lingerie and had videotaped all her children while making comments which have since been interpreted as a crude will. She later arrived at Price's house while he was sleeping and sat watching television for a few minutes before having a shower. She then woke Price and had sex, after which he fell asleep. At 6 a.m. the next day, the neighbor became concerned that Price's car was still in the driveway, and when he did not arrive at work, his employer sent a worker to see what was wrong. Both the neighbor and the worker tried knocking on Price's bedroom window to wake him, but alerted police after noticing blood on the front door. Police arrived at 8 a.m. Breaking down the back door, police found Price's body, with Knight comatose from taking a large number of pills. She stabbed Price with a butcher's knife whilst he was sleeping. According to the blood evidence, he awoke and tried to turn the light on before attempting to escape, while Knight chased him through the house. He managed to open the door and get outside, but either stumbled back inside and was dragged back in the hallway. But fucking, you know what? TLDR, she basically cooked parts of his body and left them for the children to eat, not knowing that they were staying at a relative's for a while. She was nuts.
That's
That's
So I have one. Response to that.
It's like the craziest yandere thing.
Yes.
I am getting full use out of the Creative Commons that we have from Ren and Stimpy. Full use.
Beautiful.
So let's move on to something that's maybe a little less obvious, though, because we've gone over some really obvious yanderes, but I think there's some arguments to be made for other characters, actually. So, and you might disagree, but we'll fucking go with it. Mikasa from Attack on Titan.
I can agree with that.
So
I kept falling asleep during Attack on Titan.
Oh no.
It's
No,
No.
don't say
because It's
that.
not too late. It was because it was too late, not that it was boring.
Yeah, no, Attack on Titan is great. I really enjoy it. It was a little hard for me to get into at first, I'll be honest. But yeah, from what you know of Mikasa, would you agree with us that she kind of is a yandere?
I would.
So I mean, she's overprotective of Eren to the point where she's just like, I don't care what you say. Eren's over there. I'm gonna break some necks.
She has murder eyes every time she sees Eren.
Oh, and also, oh fuck, no, I can't spoil it because this is from like the latest episode. No, I can't do
That's
it.
right, Mikasa. Defend your bitch.
Eren kind of is her bitch,
God damn it.
even though like, is it? Everyone's seen Attack on Titan at this point, so it's not really spoilers if we talk about something that happened in like season 1, right?
No, that's not spoilers. Everyone's seen it, and if they haven't, they didn't want to watch it in the first place.
Yeah, fair enough. So way back in season 1, there was a flashback to where Eren was like the one doing the crazy, and Eren was the one doing the violent, and Eren was like the badass of the two of them when they were like super little and they like first met, and then she like 360 like 100%, like he was still, you know, a little punk that tried to start fights, but she like straight up murders people. Like, I don't think literally, if memory serves, like, doesn't actually murder people, but gets very, very close.
Very close, yeah.
So, yeah. What were you gonna say?
I just went, huh.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were gonna say something. So here's something that I've heard. I need to find it. I need to find it real quick because I'm gonna read it off this list. So I have a list of parents yanderes, and I think a lot of these yanderes are pretty well chosen. Oh, for crying out loud! Yeah. If y'all can hear that on the stream, a few doors down there are people who repair motorcycles. And they have to do it from their garage, so when they test motorcycles, it gets real loud.
You hear that, people? He just said when they test out motorcycles, it gets real. It gets real.
Gets real, man.
Like, oh no.
Okay, so what do y'all think of Levi from Attack on Titan being a yandere?
I do not know with that one.
Yeah, no, like
Maybe?
I don't think so. I personally don't think so, but this, and I haven't read this, I just knew that he was on here. But he's on this list. So let's start this off. This is the very last one on a list of 30. It's number 30, Levi Ackerman. Which, I mean, the Ackermans in the show and the manga, they do have some violent streaks. Like, that is a thing. That is something that is known about the Ackermans. But Levi Ackerman, apparently a yandere. Let's see what they say. Levi Ackerman is a popular anime character. He is sometimes awkward and can have OCD tendencies. Does have OCD tendencies. Thank you very much. That is a clean boy. Clean boy. All right. Tendencies to things around him and does not like being touched as he might get dirty. His past is one of tragedy and suffering. He loses his mother. See, you're already going into backstory, and that makes it less of a yandere because there are, like, reasons and complexities, but that's fine.
Yeah.
He loses his mother and best friends, and this pushes him to his antisocial behavior. He is sarcastic and can be funny, but despite his awkwardness, he is fiercely loyal and will do anything to protect those... Protect! Not go murder. Not do a murder on you. Protect those he cares for, especially his squad members, and does feel deep emotions for them. And in this little snippet, this little frame they have here, because the Titan in hiding was Annie Leonhardt herself. That's a terrible Levi voice, but I don't care. There should be more than enough yandere characters to choose from. Oh no, I think that's like closing comments. So yeah, that's their whole reason? That is the loosest definition of a yandere.
That's dumb.
The loosest definition of a yandere I've ever heard.
That's so loose.
That's so loose I got into its pants first night.
Word for it.
I could say something about a certain personality, and nah.
Let's not name names.
A certain I think anyone who knows what. Yeah, I was gonna leave it just hanging.
Are you
right
gonna
there.
finish any sentence that you start?
Well, I seriously don't know if I can say it, because if I fucking said it, then it would be fun.
So that's that strangeness. What other yanderes did we have for this damn parade? Because this is gonna be like, if you have like a gay pride parade. Let's imagine a gay pride parade here. Okay, gay float, gay float, gay float. You've got, you know, like your sassy policeman. You've got your standard like
What?
you know.
What?
I don't know.
I'm just imagining floats with like every single yandere character we've ever thought about or mentioned, just like up on the top of them, and they're just stabbing people. Just like pulling people out from a crowd.
You know, like
stabbing
so
them,
we've had all
shooting them in.
we've had all these normal floats, and then there's just the Levi float, and it's just like, hey, I'm here. I'm like for
Okay.
product placement or fan service or something.
I have no idea why I'm here.
I'm just here to be edgy. So anyway, what float comes after the Levi float? Which is, of course, the cleanest float.
Let's move on to that little psycho bitch of a child, Alois Trancy.
Who?
No one
Oh
knows
god, fucking Black Butler.
Oh my god, this child.
This child was a fucking freak.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
he
Yeah,
was.
I legitimately have only seen like 3 episodes of Black Butler, so forgive me.
It's fine. This is from season 2, which I know a lot of fans are gonna hate me, but I kind of don't recommend it.
Well, no, a lot of fans don't recommend it either, so it's fine.
Okay, this child had so many bad things happen. I'm not gonna say anything in case I spoil it, but he is by definition sick love. I can't remember specifically who he was in love with, whether it was the main character or if it was his own butler, but like this child is just like not all there.
Oh,
I
hey,
think just the
Alois
Butler.
is number 8 on this list. Oh, no.
If you
Oh,
want to
hang
just
on.
put that up there, I could read it because I can't really describe it without doing any
Yeah, no, I'm
spoilers.
going to because the picture they have on here is better than the picture I had. You'll see what I mean.
He's
Oh god, I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
This
Oh,
is
no.
concerning.
Oh no!
Oh no 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 no
Oh
no.
no! Oh.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez,
Oh
bud.
jeez. Oh jeez, Rick.
In reality, though, he's unpredictable and is demanding. Like, he rips out his maid's eye. Like, randomly. No,
Yep.
she didn't even deserve it. She's just, like, going on with life, and he's just like, here, hey, come closer, come closer. Rip! And I'm just like, whoa, dude. Why? Why is this a thing? He has a deep connection. Okay, so it is Claude. So basically, he has a thing with his butler. But the butler does not feel the same way. The butler's just kind of like, go away, kid, I hate you. And he's just like trying to appease his butler by doing all this terrible, terrible crap. Plus, he's kind of a little skank. Like he dresses up in girls' clothes and tries to seduce people. It's beyond bizarre.
That's,
He has serious mood swings. That's a little bit of an understatement. Which often result in violence. Okay. I've been angered and pestered. I'd say that it just takes like 5 minutes and you wouldn't even know if he was angry or upset or not. It's just like, hey, I don't like you. Stabs with a fork. Was it harsh? Yes, he does. Yeah, so like it says he has a cheerful disposition. Yeah, he could just like randomly flip on a dime and smack someone while still wearing a goofy smile while dancing and singing around the room. Like that's how sick this kid is.
He needs professional help.
Amen
So-
to
He
that.
really needs professional help.
not
I
only
feel
are...
sorry for that kid.
Not only is this
Actually,
list
no, I don't.
apparently very loose
No, this is
on
not
the
loose.
no, loose on the definition of a yandere, but when it comes to real yandere material, they're just like, yeah, you see, he's a little emotional sometimes.
Well, no, I couldn't really explain it without spoiling, but like I said, he took out his maid's eye for
You know,
simply
no,
just, like,
you know what? A lot of
being a
people would have
girl.
seen it by now. I mean, it's old and no one really
I
Just
guess so.
explain it.
So, like, he hasn't killed each other, but yandere technically means sick love.
Right.
So, he's very sick in the head.
Yeah, so it's like the
And he
image that
kills
comes...
on a dime. He would kill someone on a dime if any of them touched the person he loved. That's how demented he is.
Yeah. Like, the stereotypical yandere would definitely be the one that goes around killing people, but it's... I think you're right. It's more of the one that's just, like, a little too obsessed to the point of very, very bad behavior.
See?
Yep. So, that's a real thing.
Yep, that's a thing.
I'm just gonna avoid the whole school days one.
I think I'll jump to the more light ones after this.
Alright.
But
What else?
Humorous ones.
What else have you got? I mean, we only have 13
Belarus,
minutes until the
Italia.
top of the hour, so. Who from Italia?
Belarus.
I haven't watched that much Italia.
She's a country that has a thing for her brother, Russia. And he's just like,
okay.
no, for God's sakes, no, while she's just trying to tear out the room to try and get to him.
Okay, I see what they were getting at. Okay, I get you.
Yes, it is beyond disturbing. Like, it's to the point
Just
of where he's just like huddled up in the corner trying to hide from his sister getting into his room, and he's like, no, and he has to say something to appease her to make her go away. It is great. Okay, now for another lighthearted one. Shoko Kirishima from Baka and Test.
I don't think I've even
This
heard
one's a
of
little
that
funnier.
anime.
You should
Let's
check it out. It's
see.
quite
Shoko
hilarious.
Kirishima. Okay. That's okay. This picture is concerning. Yeah, I decided to just stop downloading pictures, and I'm just gonna put up on the stream my DuckDuckGo image search.
Oh god, that one's fucking...
That's terrifying.
I am going to destroy you.
Oh, and then there's this. What is happening?
Most of the time, she's pretty docile and cute, which is why I said she's more funny. It's more like she's trying to get the guy she likes to immediately just, like, sign a marriage contract with her.
No, I know. The
And it's
picture
just
I
like-
just found, she has a taser, and it says propose.
Yeah, she was starting to,
What?
shock him if he didn't propose, and he's just like, he's a little terrified by it, but the funny thing is the way he responds is just so he responds so calmly about it, like nonchalant. He's just like, he's like, please don't, I'm not into you, and he's just like super calm about it. It's
Please
hilarious.
don't.
Yeah, I'd rather you didn't.
And she's like, I want the marriage treatment. Let's go. Just because there's like an amusement park event. And she's
Good
like,
Lord.
but I want ours to be for real. And she pulls out the contract. Just like, here, bitch, sign this. And he's just like, no, I told you several times. No, I refuse. Please go away. But the sad thing is, I think he likes her too. But he's just like...
Terrified?
He's just like, I don't want to sign this contract because I'm not ready for it. But at the
Is
same
this
time,
bitch gonna
you're a
stab
crazy
me when
bitch.
I'm asleep?
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you ever asked yourself that, like on a date? You're just like, am I gonna get stabbed?
Yeah, I think that's why it was just like, his response is, no, I don't want to be stabbed. But I don't dislike her. What do I do in this situation?
Cry uncontrollably in the corner. That's what I'd do.
But he's not crying. It's the most weirdest... Well, hello, Bagels!
Hello there, Bagels.
Oh well,
Hello indeed.
you're here near the end of the stream, Bagels. So
I think we've been talking all night about yandere. So,
yeah.
I didn't even get to some of the meatier stuff.
Oh, that's true.
The princess
Mm.
from Overlord. Let's go into that one.
Okay, what's her name?
There's a princess and also
I
Albedo
don't
from
know her
Overlord as
name.
well.
Oh, Albedo's a good one too, but like, the princess
The princess
takes the
is
cake.
fucking
The
nuts.
princess takes the freaking cake!
You said,
Okay.
oh fuck! Look that shit
Oh,
up and get a
God.
picture of her when she's going nuts.
I think I just found one.
Okay, so it's to the point of where she has to move her face around to try and fake a smile because she doesn't know what smile to use for certain situations.
Mhm.
She's like a freaking sociopath. And like it's to the point of where she's willing to have her love interest die so that she could raise him so he can't move and like nurse him back to health. That's how sick this bitch is. She's just like
That's crazy. Bagels is asking, who's your favorite yandere?
my favorite yandere.
I think probably all of ours, but we'll start with yours, I guess. God, so
Well,
self-centered.
go ahead. Go ahead. Jeez. Okay, my favorite is I'd have to say Shoko Kirishima. 'Cause
Okay.
that shit's just funny.
That's fair enough. That is good stuff. I mean, I guess I'd have to say Yuno because I just don't know that many yanderes. In all honesty.
Yeah, either Yuno or Albedo, in my case.
Albedo.
Albedo's fucking hilarious.
No, she is. I love that too. It's just like she goes out to buy a body pillow of a skeleton just to freaking hump it because she's up in his bed to get her scent all over his bed that he never uses. It's just the most cringiest shit. But it's so beautiful. Okay, to give you guys some new stuff. Noraku from Inuyasha. That dude. That dude. He creates a whole cast of enemies just for the sake of getting vengeance. For something that happened, what, 5,000 years ago? Or it would be 500.
5,000. It was like 500.
It was like 500 in the anime, right? This dude
Something
creates like 8 enemies to just get back at another dude for winning the heart of the chick that he likes. Which happens incidentally because she rescued some guy and he couldn't have her because he was just like in full-blown body cast. And he's like, demons, give me a body. I'm gonna go take this bitch.
Yeesh.
And he just becomes this cold-heartless bastard that breaks himself up into different sections by creating demon versions of himself, like his different personality aspects.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is just really freaking obsessed with her. Like, the main protagonist, who is like the reincarnation of her. This series is nuts. Like,
Remember the baby?
oh god, the baby.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here
speaking
not knowing
of-
very much about Inuyasha.
Speaking of, Kikyo also falls under this because she's like the dead version of the reincarnation, and she's like trying to get her old boyfriend back from her current self. Which
What?
is the freakiest shit.
Even
Yeah,
though she's
Kikyo-
practically.
Well, I mean-
gone.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how they
I mean,
both exist in the same
Future
plane.
Diaries is old enough. I mean, I don't want to spoil Future Diaries, but it's, I don't know. Fuck it. It's been long enough. If you haven't seen Future Diaries, I'm sorry. I'm gonna spoil it. If you don't want to hear the spoiler, just turn your brain off, I guess. Yeah. So now that disclaimer's out of the way, like, straight up fucking murders her other self.
Oh my
She
God.
murders her past self so that future her can have him all to herself, can have Yuki all to herself.
Does she not
Yep.
realize that by killing her past self, she kills her future self?
Well, no, because like, she gains powers to make that, like, not a paradox. Like, she creates another timeline, essentially.
Yeah.
So
That is
That
she
whole series is fucking nuts.
dude, it's
I love Future
crazy.
Diary. Not to mention, like, there's spoilers coming up for the very end, by the way, if you haven't seen it. Fucking, yeah, warning. This is your chance. I'm gonna give you like fucking 10 seconds to say something in chat. I think we've got like a 20-second delay, so
I gotta start cramming these. Because I got some good ones on this list.
oh, okay. Bagel's already seen it. He knows
Yeah.
He knows what I'm
He's
talking about.
fine. Well, I mean, did you see his little comment earlier? Lollies are lean, milfs clean. Yuno is the yandere queen. Bagels, I don't know who you are, but you are always my favorite commenter.
Fucking, is insane. Like, okay, it's been enough time. Okay, she fucking crosses a fucking dimension. Like, how many times has she done that? Like 2, 3 times now?
I think 3 by the end.
By the end of yeah, she's crosses 3 fucking dimensions by the end of the series.
How does she do this? Why?
Fucking the god of time, the god like Kronos gives everyone the power to do shit. Like, fucking the winner of the game basically becomes god, pretty much, and ruler of that like universe.
Yep.
Dimension.
Well, because he's
And
looking
of
for a
course he
replacement.
gave that to a yandere.
Yeah.
Well, he came up with a test, and so the first time she won the game, but then and by winning the game she has to kill all the other contestants. And so she won,
Yeah.
but one of the other contestants was Yuki, and then she's just like, "Oh fuck." But I'm obsessed with him. This is not okay. And so what's the first thing she does with her powers? She goes back to the beginning of the game, or like before the game happens, murders her past self in that universe.
So that she doesn't have to kill them again?
Yeah, and then like protects him the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There are some real fucked up characters in that whole anime. What about the Shrine Maiden, dude? That whole thing was fucked up as well.
Anyway, we should go ahead and wrap up this episode. This was an interesting one.
I'm just gonna read this comment. She has Obita's Mangyoko.
Mangekyo.
I can't
Mangekyo.
Mangekyo.
The man gecko.
The man gecko. Geico. Starring and uses Hikamui. Is best girl. Apparently in that universe, is only girl. Jesus fucking Christ.
Is God.
Oh my freaking God. So we'll have to make
Yes,
a
this
part
is
two
the
for
normal day
this.
for this stream. We normally stream for about an hour, so we're wrapping up right about now. But an hour ago, we started streaming.
Yeah.
So, just so you know, this is I know the thumbnail I have on YouTube says episode 2 because I completely forgot to change that in the thumbnail, but this is episode 3.
What a nerd.
I'm gonna have to change that later.
Worst podcast ever.
She's like, oh my god, why do people watch this garbage? Oh my god. Oh, just to let everyone know, I will be going to A-Kon this weekend. I'm only going to be able to be there for a day to do my panels, but I will be filming my panels, editing them, and then putting them up on YouTube. So if you want to watch my comedy panel and my self-help panel, it'll be on my YouTube channel. They won't be streaming because I have no idea what the internet connection is going to be like, so I'm just not going to bother with it. But anyway, yeah, so with that plug out of the way, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Any last comments, guys, before we wrap up?
Senpai's jawline.
I'm just very concerned for my life right now. And
I'm just gonna walk the other way.
yeah, let's
Okay. You go that way, and I'll go home.
all right.
Okay.
Well, bye-bye, everyone.